Welcome back, Nerd Nation. Today's guest is Tony Patterson. Welcome.
Well, hello. Thank you.
So, Tony, recently, this week you found out that you were the Nerd of the Month. So, congratulations.
Thank you very much. That was awesome. I was pretty surprised.
You're even wearing your Top Nerd shirt.
Yeah, it looks just like the Top Gun logo. It's hilarious.
It's awesome. That's Top Nerd.
Yeah.
Did you watch Top Gun?
I haven't seen the new one yet.
Oh man, you gotta go see the movie. So what do you mean you were surprised? You had an outstanding month last month. You were surprised? Do you know your stats? Do you even know your stats? Can I give you your stats?
I closed at 88%.
Yeah.
I closed all but one at $4 a watt.
And the one that you closed less was a mistake in that because you forgot to add something, right?
No, I was out and surprised and had really horrible service. And when I updated her square footage, it didn't save.
Oh.
So
it was a technical error.
Yeah, my screen kept going like you know how the screen goes white because I'm on the older program. So
okay.
Anyway, I didn't get my square footage correctly, so it jacked it up a little bit.
So they docked you for it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. I think it's well deserved. You had an awesome month,
Thank you.
You actually were gone for a while. So I want everyone to know a little bit more about you. I've known you for a couple of years now. So how long have you worked for N.E.R.D?
3 years now?
Yeah,
yes.
3 years.
Yeah.
And what did you do before N.E.R.D Power?
I sold Harley Davidsons.
So what is it like going from selling motorcycles, Harleys, to solar?
Well, first, let's give a shout out to Sigel because she put up with my total lack of of technical stuff. But no, it's I would say Harley Davidson set me up for success though, because dealing with the people that actually ride motorcycles is very difficult. And then
so the demographic.
Yeah, and it teaches you to be tolerant of all people, no matter how they come across. Because doing this, going into people's homes, you always run across those people that try to be in control, and you can't win at this business if the customer's in control.
That's interesting. So tell me this: I love that analogy. I love how you're going there. So what was easy to transition from selling motorcycles to solar? What was an easy transition, or what helped you, I guess?
Well, I was comfortable with numbers.
Numbers? Okay.
Yeah, like I don't have any problem telling somebody that their solar system is $62,000. Like I say it very levelly, cold, no emotion.
Not an issue.
If you feel that the dollar that you're speaking to your customer, if you're uncomfortable saying it, they're going to be uncomfortable hearing it.
Oh yes, I'm a big believer in that. So awesome. So that's a good point. So you're comfortable with the numbers and going over numbers. So what was hard for you to go from motorcycles to solar? What's been a challenge?
In the beginning, it was crazy driving all over everywhere. Like for years, I worked like 11 minutes from my house. Okay. So, so
did you go buy a car that has better gas mileage?
No, I already had a car that gets better gas mileage. But the hardest thing was I did door to door a long time ago.
Okay.
I've had a couple of jobs going door to door, and I've sold unusual things door to door. So I worked about 2 years selling oil changes door to door.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the coupons? Okay.
Various smaller shops, they offer 8 oil changes and, like a tire rotation, AC check, like a few things. And then you go out and sell that card to houses really close to their business, and they get 8 opportunities to look at a car and see if there's something else they can sell the customer.
Okay. I love that. I didn't know that. So you've been in sales pretty much your whole life then.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. How long were you in motorcycle sales though with Harley? You were there for a long time, right?
10 years.
10 years.
And I did motorcycle sales, and then I also ran the service department for like 6 years. out in Anthem
Okay.
for Buddy Stubbs.
Okay. One of the things, so you kind of went MIA for a while. So, I mean, you popped up out of nowhere on the leaderboard again. But what people don't know is you've had some health issues. So you've been battling a bad back, right?
Actually, I had some health problems with, I had some other health problems we don't have to go into. But yeah, I had to have a little work done so that I could make all of my things work right again.
Yeah, because so you were laid up for a few months.
Yes.
And even before that, there were times where you couldn't even walk.
That is true, yes.
Yeah, so struggling. How are you feeling now? How is your health?
I'm in good shape right now.
Good shape?
I still can't sit in the car for a long, long time, but I'm getting better.
Getting better?
Yeah. It's mental attitude. It was great to, like, I don't like watching TV, so it's hard for me to just not be very mobile. But getting out and talking to people and stuff is...
it's been good for you.
Yeah.
And you made the most of it.
I did.
7 for 8.
Well, I really like working APS personally. That's my, the house that I just sold was an APS. I sought out a job in solar because I saw what happened to my electric bill, and I wanted to do that for other people. So
awesome.
It's easy for me to talk to people about, hey, let's get rid of your electric bill. Let's stop giving APS money.
I love it. And that's true. So you actually came here for a few years then, because our office, we only had the East office. So you did a lot of traveling. Mm-hmm. So moving forward, being in the West office now, your travel schedule should be much, much better. Maybe not 11 minutes.
No, but
much better.
It used to take, like, from my old house, it took me about an hour and 20 minutes to get to the office.
Are you in Anthem? Is that where you're?
No, I was in Vistancia.
Vistancia. That's more west, right?
Yeah, that's up the 17 to the 303, out the 303 to 135th Avenue.
Close to is it Lake Pleasant out there?
Yeah, I was like 10 minutes away from the lake.
Wow. And you said you recently moved?
Yeah, I sold that house and I moved into Arrowhead Ranch.
Okay. All right. So do you like the new office up there?
I do. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like how it's really open in the front when you first walk in.
Yeah. It's nice.
It has a lot of eye appeal.
Yeah. When we went there just a couple days ago, I saw you guys up there. I was surprised they've done a lot of work on that. It's pretty nice up there now.
So if we're going to talk about my closing ratio, we have to give a shout out to the people that are setting the appointments right now.
Yes.
So in the past, it can't be avoided, but I've been to 50 homes where they thought I was there to take care of their windows because the people at the door didn't really communicate what was happening.
Right.
And the way that the canvassers are being trained right now, people know why we're there.
Yeah.
And if people know why you're there and they've thought about it before you showed up, it makes your job a lot easier.
That's something interesting. I was going to touch on this is I've noticed that you're a one-touch close type of a guy. Like, you don't do a lot of follow-ups. It's not like when you go in with the idea that you're going to close them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that's absolutely I think that's the only way to make it happen. Like, I was I ran the internet sales department for Arrowhead for a while. Mm-hmm. And I got that position because if you come see me, you don't come back. You buy a motorcycle.
You buy a motorcycle.
And if you know that I'm coming to your house to talk about solar, if you already have your electric bill ready for me, it means that you've thought about it before I got there.
Yeah.
And I'm there to close it today.
I love it. And I think that's that probably shows through your entire presentation then. Like, you're just assuming that, why would you not do this? Like, it's crazy.
It starts with the RP introduction. Mm-hmm. I say 4 times that I'm going to help you figure out today whether solar makes sense for you, and we're going to make a decision to move forward today.
I love it. You set the stage.
Yeah, and like a lot of times you'll get pushback right that minute. Well, I'm not sure. Well, and then I said, well, okay, well, do you want me to, should I just pack up? 'Cause I'm dead serious. If people tell me that, hey, I'm not making a decision today, then I stop my presentation.
Overcome a concern, get them back in, and then move forward. No, I love it. So that's one of the things that I think is hard for new reps. I've walked out of deals. Like I'll walk out of if like a one-legger. I know a lot of new reps, they're just so, excited to pitch. A lot of times they'll pitch a one-legger, or they'll just jump in because they want to present so bad. But you have to set the stage, and sometimes as you're setting it, you realize, hey, this isn't going to work today, right?
I got to go.
And you've got to.
When I first started, within the first month, I lost, or maybe the first 6 weeks, I lost 2 sales that canceled that were one-leggers. The wife of a truck driver, he's like, oh yeah, she makes all the decisions. And the very next day they canceled.
Yeah, one-leggers.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in not pitching one-leggers. It's funny because there's always an excuse. Well, what do you do on a one-legger? Because this is what I do. I'll go in and I'll basically do a really in-depth energy analysis, right, or an energy assessment, and I'll create all this value, and then I'll be like, oh man, I am so sorry. Because a lot of times the one-leggers will want to be pitched, right? They'll be asking for it. So I'll spend a little too much time on the energy assessment. Then I'll reschedule when both parties are there, and I'll just make sure that both parties are there. I won't come back. So,
I cheat maybe a little bit. I have a slightly different approach.
I'd love to hear it. No cheating, but I'd love to hear it.
Whether it's a one-legger or whether they're both there, early on in my introduction, I pull out my heat gun, especially if it's not a brand new home. And I comment, oh, it's pretty comfortable in here right now. What do you have the thermostat set at? And while they're telling me, I grab my heat gun and shoot the ceiling about a foot away from the wall. And they tell me that they got the thermostat set on 74 and the ceiling is 79 or maybe 83, depending on how old the house is. And I said, well, I'm just guessing that the reason you brought me out here today is because you're spending a lot of money on electricity, and that's why. But is your husband here with you? Like, where's your husband? And he's not here. And I say, well, I think I should probably come back when you're both here, and we can talk about how I can fix that for you.
I love it. So that is a great point. So something that I'm covering in a training, we're doing some training videos right now, and it's displacing the salesman image. So you have a heat gun with you.
Yeah, I bought 2.
You bought 2, and they're fairly inexpensive, right?
They're like $12.
$12. And how much do you think that $12 has made you? That $12 heat gun has made you over the years?
Well, I made more than 10,000 this month.
So what else do you have? So you go in with a heat gun. Do you just have it on do you have like a belt, a tool belt? Like,
no, I should have brought it in, but I have a like a shoulder bag.
Okay.
It's made out of that like duck material, sort of like a Carhartt jacket.
Yeah.
It's kind of semi-waterproof at least, And I carry it over my shoulder. I don't hold it in my hand.
And then you have like a tape measure, heat gun, those types of things. I love it. That is awesome. So obviously you're great at what you do, but I feel like, an important lesson for the listeners is that you set the stage. The first thing you do is you come in with heat guns, tape measures, and really displace that salesman image. And then you, in your introduction to RP, you are literally setting the stage for what's going to happen that day.
Right. So my second sale last month, the guy didn't want to let me in the house.
So you had to fight to get in.
No, there's no fighting. It's something that we used to do a long time ago that I held on to and retained. But the guy was like, if this has anything to solar, anything to do with solar, I'm not interested. I don't want to talk to you. And I said, well, I don't even know if solar works. Like, do you know, is your house set up for solar? Do you know? And he goes, what does that mean? I was like, where's your electric meter? He said, it's in the backyard. I said, let's go look at it. And then I set my briefcase at the dining room table as we walk by.
Dude, look at you, the magician.
But I don't know. Yeah, let's go look at your electric meter. I don't even know if your house is set up for solar.
I love it.
And then walk out and look underneath, and stand there and talk to them for a minute. Everybody's interested in solar. They just don't want to admit it.
Man, I hope everyone pushed pause and rewound and listened to that again, because I feel like sometimes when we get objections on the doors, right? Like, if this has anything to do with solar, I'm not interested in it, you know, and we try and overcome that objection and try and do so hard, or we'll just reset the appointment, or we'll just say not interested, right? But
no, when they say solar, that they're not interested in solar, you say, well, look, I don't even know if solar will work for you. Like, I don't know if your house is set up for solar. I don't know if it makes sense. I mean, there's lots of things that I'm here to talk about, and solar's like number 4, 5, 6 on the list. Like, let's see if that even works for you.
I love it.
Where's your dining room table?
I love it. So what kind of goals do you have this year, Tony? Like, I know you have had some health issues. Are you 100% back, or are you still working through some stuff?
No, I'm 75% back.
75? Mm-hmm. So you're just the salesman of the month at 75%? So we're going to get better in the future?
So, yeah, I have different goals, I guess. Like, I'm financially motivated.
Yeah.
And I spent a whole bunch of money on my health in the past few months. And my daughter runs, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So since school's been out, she's ran in California. She went to California, then to Texas, then to Tennessee, then to Wisconsin, and then I just came back from Sacramento.
So you got some traveling that...
So I flew all over the place this summer. So like, I'm financially motivated. Like, I believe that if you know that I'm coming from solar for a solar appointment and you let me sit at the table, then you're going to have to tell me to get out.
I love it. N.E.R.D Nation, one of the best here sitting with me today. So, Tony, tell me this. What if you could give advice to any solar advisor out there? So these new guys coming in, or even an experienced guy, what do you think has been the key to your success?
If you look in my history, I think I've only put thinking about it in there 3 times. All 3 of those people I had to go back to multiple times. I closed one of them, but if they're thinking about it, you did something wrong. You need to go all the way back to your introduction and start over again, unless they kick you out.
That's a good point, because you've had some marathon closes.
Oh, I've been in the house 4.5 hours.
Before, yeah.
I showed up when they were eating lunch and left with her cooking dinner.
I love it.
If you're interested in solar, but you have to think about it, that means that whoever presented it did something wrong. You offended them, or you didn't explain yourself properly. And, you know, it's okay for, like, if you do offend them and they say, well, you know, I blah, 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 then learn from that and move on.
Yeah. I love it. One of the things that I've really, I would say, been good at my entire sales career is I learn from my mistakes or my not sales or those types of things. I will go back immediately when I get into a car. If I didn't sell something, I will go back and I will ask myself, where did I lose this sale?
Yeah, like, beat yourself up. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and I literally just find, okay, I think this is where I lost them, and oh man, I said that, shoot. You know what I mean? Can't say that again. You know what I mean? And so I just learn over time, but I think it's really important that our listeners understand that, you know, get the decision, how important it is to get a decision today, especially utilizing our N.E.R.D partner program and the tools that Babe has allowed us to use to get that decision. There's really no reason why we can't. So,
well, my be-back bus is completely full. I don't have any available tickets.
Your be-back? Oh, I love it.
No, I think we have just the program that we use. If you take your time and go through it properly, you should be able to either get a yes or a no.
Yeah, for sure.
And don't let the no's break your heart. and search for the yeses. I think, though, that the time that I was at home, calling people out of my account list, trying to talk to people over the phone that you haven't seen in a couple of months, sharpened my pitch a little bit, I believe.
Okay.
That's how I got my self-gen.
Was just going through your list.
Calling someone from, I think it was like 18 months ago.
Wow. I love it.
Just a lot of people, they go, Tony, we told you no. And they hang up.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's okay.
Well, Tony, thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again shortly as Nerd of the Month.
Yeah, so, hopefully we can do this again, right?
Let's plan on it.
Right on.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right. Thanks. Have a great day.